Yo, what's happening, y'all? It's me, Millie Money. All right, I'm back with the second game of the game. Excuse me. The second game of the day. Magic vs Celtics, game one, Eastern Conference, Easter Sunday. And yeah, let's get into this game, y'all. All right, let's make it happen.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. And the starting lineup for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Corey Joseph out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the 5, down low. And for Boston, Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Now here's Holiday. Brown can't hit. Wagner outside, inside, and Banchero gets it to go.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Tatum from long range. It's hauled in by the Magic. Right wing. Here's Joseph. Tatum pulls it in. And here are the Celtics. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, BA.
Great work, Allie, thanks. Here's Joseph. The Celtics making their last shot.
You know, two things happen there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile, he's clutch, he's everything you want in a star player.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
And so Tatum nails both of them.
From the moment Jason Tatum stepped into this league, he has been a guy who has wanted the burden offensively, and he has delivered.
Now here's Banchero. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Tatum. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Free throw drops for Banchero.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. The Celtics have gone 1 for 3 so far. Holiday finds Brown. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Clock at 6. from the left block. No good, a bit long that time.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Can't lay it in off the lob. White drives in. Yep, that one's good.
Derek White showing you I can put it on the deck and finish off a pretty drive. Nicely done, Derek.
Wagner against Brown. Pass to Caldwell Pope. There's the block. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now here's White. Great D that time from Banchero.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
2 points. That one goes. Banchero's got 5 points.
Oh, too big, too strong. It'll take more than that to stop Banchero.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And the basket by Brown.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Magic trail by 4. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Jack Harlow taking a break from churning out hits to support the Celtics tonight.
Yeah, and I know he likes what he's seeing. Jack became a fan when Kevin Garnett first got to Boston, and his love for the Celts has only grown since.
Boston on D. Wagner with it. Banchero outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Joseph. Over Holiday. Joseph can't hit.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Now here's Carter. No points so far. Back to Wagner. There's the 3. And he buries his first look.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Here's White from behind the arc. It's rebounded by Banchero. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Wagner outside. Now here's Banchero, defended by Porzingis. Boston leading by 4. It's Brown on the wing, defended by Wagner. Porzingis sets a screen. Let's go with a three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game.
Now here's Banchero. 5 points in the game. Outside Carter. Oh, he tries a three. Rebound Boston. Outside White. Down low. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Carter. Banchero with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. And Banchero gets it to go. Banchero's got 7.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Pass to Brown. There's Tatum with the three. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Banchero no good. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. It's a 5-point game. Drills it from deep. Give him 8 points now.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to review the game plan. Magic trail by 8. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Back to Joseph. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Brown against Wagner. Carter, a screen on Brown. Just 5 to shoot. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And the Celtics in possession here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence. You have to love the tenacity, but also the awareness to make sure he came away with that ball.
Here's White. It's rebounded by Wagner. Magic trail by 6. And there's the lob. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Carter Jr. rises up, gets the ball mid-flight, and sends it home.
Boston has gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. Holiday a screen on Caldwell Pope. White the pass to Tatum. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Tatum's got 10 points in the game.
It can be a very difficult thing to check Jason Tatum because of the multitude of ways he can score it. Give me the floater game, JT.
Now here's Banchero. 7 points in the game, picked by Carter. Goes up from the top of the key, and he gets the jumper to drop. He's got 9.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Porzingis against Carter, and it's Porzingis penetrating. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
First free throw is good. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
That one's no good.
There's a reason people call Kristaps Porzingis the unicorn. A 7-foot big man, but boy, what a sweet shooter he is.
Count it.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Boston leading by 3. Here's Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Shoots. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Brown's got 5 now.
Now, Jaylen Brown gets his feet set in the catch and shoot and just drills it.
To the middle. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And here's Brown. He's got 5. And the jam by Brown.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Now here's Wagner, trailing by 5. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Pritchard. Still no points. Pass to Horford. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. Cornette's checked in for Boston. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Magic. They trail by 3. Here's Vitazze. Here's Wagner. And that one is hammered home.
I tell you, don't be surprised when Franz Wagner gets up above the rim and finishes. This guy loves to attack the basket.
A minute 42 left in the first quarter here. Here's Pritchard. Misses the 3. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. To the right side. Here's Black. Horford covering. Here's Isaac. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Hauser. Again, the miss by Boston. An opportunity now to retake the lead.
Showing off their intensity these last few minutes.
Isaac finds Wagner. Anthony outside. Pass to Vitazze. Boston pulls it in.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Here's Hauser. He's scoreless. They set a pick. Here's Pritchard, defended by Wagner. 3 on the clock. Pritchard, the pass to Cornette. And that one's good. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wagner outside. Puts it up. Buries the jump shot. Wagner's got 11 points.
But you go back to the fundamentals. Franz Wagner calls for the screen and gets himself some space.
Pass to Brown. Oh, great D that time from Isaac. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Boston out in front, up by 1. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
They've got Peyton Pritchard, Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Hauser in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Pass to Craig. Here's Hauser. No points yet. Pritchard gets it to go.
Gotta D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
Magic trail by 4. Banchero surveys. Banchero out muscling the D.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Pass to Tatum. Over Anthony. And it's Tatum missing.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate. Well, outstanding contest on the shot, and then he's positioned perfectly to go after the rebound.
Fires from deep. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got 4 rebounds now. Anthony, the pass to Batadze. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
So it's Boston now. Orlando making their last shot. Pritchard, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Black, defended by Craig. Pass to De Silva. 4-3. Out to Anthony. Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. And now a 3-point Magic lead.
Well, fans certainly used to the 3-ball flying from Cole Anthony. He is not shy, folks.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Tatum barreling in. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tatum's got 12.
I'll tell you, that defense was on point. But how about the better offense of Jason Tatum on his way to the cup? Woo-hoo!
Now here's Banchero. He's got 11. Pass to Anthony. Lets the 3 fly. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Boston's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Here's Pritchard. Baseline jumper. It's hauled in by Black. The Magic have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Batadze, and it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here's Pritchard. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
BA, maybe his best attribute in my mind is the competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from three-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
Here's Pritchard. He's got 5. Pass to Horford. Craig with it. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Yes! Banchero fighting for 2.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Tatum passes to Pritchard. For 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave him all alone at the arc.
Now here's Anthony. Takes a 13-footer, and he hits the jumper for 2. Anthony's got 5.
Boy, tough shot for a young player. No hesitation in the mid-range by Cole Anthony.
Here's Pritchard. Give him 8 points now. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now Banchero. Craig comes with a double. Three-pointer, Anthony hits a three-pointer. And now a 5-point Magic lead.
You love Cole Anthony's attitude. So confident, so willing to fire on the catch.
And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. Ooh, rocket finish from Tatum. Here's Banchero. Craig comes with a double. Banchero finds Anthony. Count that bucket. 10 points for him.
I love it when guards are willing to get on the inside and go ahead and make plays. Cole Anthony, a scorer by nature.
Banchero passes to Anthony. Back to Banchero. Pass to Black. There's the triple. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
Well, you see the decision-making of Paolo Banchero is so impressive. Comes into the league with that skill and really elevating it.
Here's Tatum. De Silva with the rebound. Orlando leading by 8. Here's Black. Now Banchero. Anthony outside. And another 3 for Orlando.
When you allow a guy as confident as Cole Anthony to catch a rhythm, you are in for a long night.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And no doubt, coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. And here's Brown for three. Rebounded by Joseph. Orlando leading by 11. Banchero outside. There's a screen. There's the muscle up Banchero.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Joseph passes to Banchero. Caldwell Pope against White. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Joseph. From outside, off the mark. Celtics trail by 11. Brown with it. He has 7. Beyond the arc. No good there.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Banchero. Oh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Holiday surveying the floor. Rebounded by Joseph. Magic leading by 13. To the inside. Another shot. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Oh, my goodness. Rock the rim, Wendell Carter Jr. We see you.
Pass to Cornet. White against Caldwell Pope. From downtown. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
And Carroll with it. Fires the three. That shot is off. 8 for 13 so far. Outside White. Porzingis sets a screen. The shot. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. White's got 7 now in this quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Joseph. Yet to see a basket. Here's Banchero. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
A full load to handle anywhere on the floor. Banchero makes sure he gets his.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
The first free throw is good. Tillman's checked in for Cornet. And a change for the Magic. Batase's checked in for Carter. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. And Carroll finishes with force inside.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Ben Carroll wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
Pass to Tillman. Holiday passes to Brown. Oh, Brown inside. Hey, he's more than just a shooter.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Here's Joseph. Here's Banchero. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Brown. Got a piece of it. And they're running. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Action on the break has fueled them tonight. They're winning the transition battle.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
Oh, wow!
Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
Wagner outside. Throws it up high. Bam! Paolo, what execution!
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. And so that brings the first half to a close. Orlando ahead, up 11. We've got more in store for you right after this. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Magic leading by 11. Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Joseph in at the point guard position. Boston's gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. They get it again. They kick it out to Porzingis. From outside the arc, Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Orlando has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Pass to Wagner. Back to Caldwell Pope. Nails it from 3. Caldwell Pope's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
You can see the feel Franz Wagner has for the game. Just great vision right there.
Outside Holiday. Back to White. And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the paint. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Banchero's got 24 points.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Brown against Wagner. Brown passes to Tatum. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Tatum's got 17 points.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
Here's Joseph. Five on the clock. And Carroll with a screen on Holiday. Here's Joseph. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's the three. Jason Tatum. He's a sharpshooter.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Brown against Wagner. And Carroll with a screen on Brown. Wagner, right side. Pulls up. And Carroll, no good. Celtics trail by 10. To the middle. Tatum inside. Guarded by Banchero. Tatum inside. Working on Banchero. And they get it back. Left side, Brown. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Magic leading by 10. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Banchero against Brown. And Banchero gets it to go. Banchero's got 26.
Yeah, look at Banchero, reminding you he can shoot, too.
Tatum looking it over. It's Tatum working inside.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
It's time for Dance Dance. If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. Show us your moves. Let's see what you got. Dancing machine.
Wagner outside. Outside Carter. Tatum against Banchero. 6 on the shot clock. Unable to get that one. Tatum with some nice D. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. Again, Boston.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Here's Carter, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you see when a big man commits to his shot, Wendell Carter Jr., tremendous job drawing contact.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
And he can't get the first one.
And guys, what you have to love about Wendell Carter Jr. is his thirst to learn. This guy is willing to add pieces to his game. He understands he's got to be a true modern big man, and he puts in the work.
And he sinks the second. Celtics trail by 9. Outside Tatum. And Tatum gets it to go through the D.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And Carroll against Tatum. And Carroll right side. Boston pulls it in. Boston on offense. They're on a 12-3 run. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
He misses the free throw.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
Pritchard's checked in for White. And the Magic making a change here as well. Black's checked in. And he's good on the second. Orlando leading by 6. Wagner, the pass to Joseph. Back to Wagner. Carter, a screen on Brown. And it's Wagner off the drive. Carter from outside. And another miss by Orlando. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Brown looking around. Porzingis with a screen on Wagner. And here's Brown for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. Takes it inside. Black, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Pass to Holiday. Tatum, a screen on Wagner. Here's Holiday. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Always reading the angles. Holiday's able to find his shot.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Orlando with the ball. Here's Black. Pass to Banchero. Here's Joseph. He's covered by Holiday. And here's Carter. 16 feet out. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Carter's got 9.
Just great focus by Wendell on the offensive end, determined to make the most of his shot selection.
Now here's Brown. Now Holiday. Jacks up a 3. Orlando with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Black. Pass to Joseph. Six to shoot. Hauled in by Brown. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 15-5 run. Here's Pritchard. Tatum from long range. On target from range. Tatum's got 15 points in just the second half.
Ooh, he's been hot from out there, helping to keep them in this game.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today.
Brown against Wagner. Can't get it to fall. And here are the Celtics. They're on an 18-5 run. Holiday against Wagner. Pass to Pritchard. Shot on the wing. Orlando with the rebound. Banchero's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And he's going for the lob. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Batase's checked in for Orlando. Isaac comes in for Banchero. Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Pritchard. And here's Holiday. And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by Isaac.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Here's Wagner. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Wagner likes to work his way to the painted area as much as possible. Look how comfortable he is finishing around the rim.
There's Tatum with the 3. Sinks it from distance. Tatum's got 32 points.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
The thing about this, BA, I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
First one falls for him.
Guys, when you're talking about young players, the first thing I want to know is, do they have passion and enthusiasm for the game? Franz Wagner, he's got every bit of that.
And both free throws good for Wagner.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Celtics trail by 4. Now here's Tatum. 32 points in the game for him. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
And he drops it first. Hauser, he's checked in for Boston. Anthony's checked in for Orlando. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Orlando has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. And here's Wagner. He's got 15. Here's Batase. No good with the triple. Boston trailing. Hauser passes to Tatum. For the tie. Oh, rejected by Isaac.
You can see the long wingspan of Jonathan Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Tatum against Isaac. And out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Cornette's checked in for Jason Tatum. Orlando has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Now Anthony. 13 points in the game. And it's Wagner missing. They are so close to taking the lead.
This is one of those games where momentum is key.
Pass to Brown. Here's Pritchard. Give him 8. Kick out to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Boston again missing. And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That's on Al Horford. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Jonathan Isaac, the line for 1.
Well, the potential of Jonathan Isaac is truly exciting. This guy is still a bit raw, but he has every tool to be successful, both offensively and defensively.
Pass to Cornette. It's Brown on the wing. Tries to break his ice. Oh, Jaylen Brown! A strong finish.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Here's Black. Anthony outside. Here's Batase. He shoots it. Here's Isaac. Horford with the block.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the pipes.
Hey, Horford from range.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Wagner, the pass to Isaac. Anthony with it. They double him with Brown. Wagner for 3. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds in the game. Brown draws the double. Cornette. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He turns a difficult situation of duress into a simple basket with a precision pass out of the double team.
Orlando trailing here. Anthony with it. He's got 13. Kicks it out to Wagner. To end the run. And Anthony hits from deep. Anthony's got 16 points. There's 18 seconds left in the third. Brown against Anthony. Now here's Brown. Guarded closely. Fires the 3. Here's Cornette. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Orlando ahead, up 1. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. So it's Boston now. It's a 1-point game. Jason Tatum out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Al Horford. Then it's Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum takes the contact.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
Here's Black. Anthony outside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And the Celtics making a change here. Well, the Celtics shooting 47% in this one, looking efficient. There's Tatum with the 3. Drains the triple. Tatum's got 39.
Nice decision by Tatum. Go to the pull-up game so you don't meet the defender at the rim.
Here's Anthony. And Anthony slams it in.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
Gets the 3 to fall.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Magic trail by 5. Here's Black. Now here's Banchero. Pass to Black. Shot clock at 5. And there are the Magic with another bucket. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Banchero against Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Back to Pritchard. Fires away from way outside. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Anthony, the pass to Banchero. Can't hit from in close. Boston leading by 3. Here's Shireman. Pass to Pritchard. From deep. And it's Orlando with a rebound. Banchero's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Down low. Here's Batadze. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Pass to Shireman. Back to Pritchard. And he converts the layup. Pritchard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Anthony outside. Batadze with a screen. Back to Anthony. And it's Orlando with another. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the 4th quarter. Here's Pritchard. Here he goes. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 3. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Orlando Magic. To the inside. Here's De Silva. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. De Silva's got his first 2 points. The Celtics have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the 4th. Tatum against Banchero. Crafty move. Yep, that one goes. Tatum's got 41.
Well, you see the effectiveness of Jason Tatum in close. Don't sleep on both his strength and his length.
Here's Black. Anthony outside to tie it up. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Cornette's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. Here's Tatum. Lays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
And Orlando's shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, to me, Cole Anthony, one of the most striking things about this young man is his confidence first, his IQ for the game, and there's a fearlessness to what he does that I really admire.
The free throw drops for Anthony.
Cole Anthony, a guy who has just tremendous feel for the game. He's obviously been around it from the time he was very young. Just understands where the ball should be at all times. Good passer, aggressive scorer.
Joseph is checked in for Orlando. And Anthony drops them both. Celtics lead by 3. And here's Tatum. Rebound by the Magic. Batadze's got 9 rebounds now. To the middle. Here's Banchero. Second chance shot. Oh, Banchero working his magic.
Hard to defend Banchero this close to the rim. Even when you contest his shot, he can still finish.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Outside Craig. Drops in the 3. And the Celtics lead by 4.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection. Swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
How about Jason Tatum with a little pocket pass in the pick and roll? That's nice.
Here's Joseph. He's covered by Holiday. Down low. Here's Anthony. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Tatum against Wagner. From the arc. And it's Tatum missing. Magic trail by 4. The 3 from Banchero. At the arc, Banchero finds his mark.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Boston making a switch here. White's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Holiday. Now Tatum. Over Banchero. And it's Tatum missing. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Pass to Banchero. Over White. Banchero no good. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Boston. They lead by 1. White can't hit.
Great job on the glass. Body's down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
That puts him in the lead.
That's a big-time finish by Franz Wagner. Might be young, but he is undeterred.
Boston has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th. Porzingis with a screen on Wagner. Outside Holiday. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got 11 rebounds in the game. Wagner outside. Back to Joseph. Holiday against Banchero. Over Holiday. Banchero no good. And the Celtics in possession here. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Contavious Caldwell-Pope.
Tatum has worked very hard to improve his finishing game, and that includes sometimes taking contact and earning a trip to the foul line.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. Banchero outside. Launches it. Fires in the triple. Banchero's got 34 points.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Here's Tatum. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Tatum's got 47 points.
Well, Jason Tatum, in a big moment, he is unafraid.
Outside, Caldwell-Pope. To the inside. And stolen by Brown. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. JB on the break. Sensational.
You can tell Jaylen Brown embraces these kinds of moments. Big-time bucket.
Banchero against Tatum. It's Banchero with the drive. Pass to Wagner. Just 5 on the clock. Holiday's over to help. Wagner, the pass to Caldwell-Pope. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Now here's Holiday. White looking it over. Tatum from long range. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 9 rebounds now. The 3 from Banchero. It's hauled in by White. Boston trailing. Here's Tatum. And finished by Tatum. Wow!
Yeah, the handle of Jason Tatum is special, and he has tightened that handle over the course of years.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Banchero. The shot, no good. Tatum with some nice D. Here's Brown. Oh, okay. We see you, Jalen. Strong in traffic.
Yeah, if you're going to be a franchise guy, you've got to want the ball in these clutch moments. Jalen Brown doing the work.
And he hits it and gets hacked. A three-point chance here if he can convert.
You love that a guy so young like Paolo Banchero is ready in the big moment to step up and deliver.
Free throw drops for Banchero.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Tatum against Banchero. And it's good. He hits another one. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Banchero outside. Puts up a three. Hauled in by Brown. Boston on offense. Two-point game. Pass to Holiday. The three. Doesn't go that time.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Here's Joseph. He's covered by Holiday. Banchero against Porzingis. Clock at 4. Wagner for three. And buries it from deep.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
What you want is to create a clean, high percentage look, if that's at all possible.
Banchero against Tatum. No good!
Boy, bodying up there, making sure to get position. That's really nice rebounding technique.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
But it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. What's the best strategy for him?
And a 3 would tie it up. If they have to make one extra pass to get a better shot, they probably have just enough time to do that.
Here's Tatum. Yep, it's good.
Boy, that's a bang-bang play on the inbounds pass. I like those quick hitters.
So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And let's reveal our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.
All right, y'all. That's the end of the second game of this day on Easter. You know, happy Easter to y'all. I hope y'all have a good day. But I'll be right back and give y'all the third game of the playoffs. All right, y'all. Deuces. Ready, money? Out.